guys. Another year has flown by, and so in today's video I've got all of my hair and skincare favorites from 2019 to share with you all. We had a lot of fun this past year trying out new products and reviewing them. Hopefully I was able to share with you in several videos about different skin conditions and skin diseases, how they're managed, things that I hope enriched your life in some way, shape, or form. I hope you really enjoyed my content this year. I know I've enjoyed interacting with you, and everyone here who is new, welcome. It is a pleasure. Thank you so much for watching my videos this past year and years in the past, those of you who have been around for a while. So with all that rambling aside, let me get into my favorites. Obviously, I've got some sunscreen favorites. This past year, I tried out a new brand that I just kept coming back to. Every time I finished it up, I would repurchase, and I really just didn't want to introduce anything new. And that is the Dermatology sunscreens, both their broad spectrum SPF 45 anti-aging sunscreen. This is their non-tinted combination sunscreen. It's zinc and octinoxate, so I've really loved that. And I've also loved their anti-aging tinted moisturizer, SPF 46 Universal Tint. This too is a zinc octinoxate sunscreen that both of these sunscreens actually have niacinamide in them, which is helpful for calming down redness. I like the tinted one because the iron oxides will give you a little bit of added protection against pro-pigmenting wavelengths of visible light. It just makes a very nice moisturizer, but it's not greasy, it's not heavy. It's just very pleasant to put on. Even though these sunscreens do have a bizarre odor, I agree with you guys. They kind of smell like a pool float. I don't know, I've come to enjoy that, and I really love these. They don't work out well for everybody. In general, they're very good for oily prone, acne prone skin, as well as people with eczema. Of course, there's no added fragrance. People with sensitive skin should be fine with these. If you're really sensitive to chemical sunscreens, these do have octinoxate in them, so you may not get along swimmingly with that. But I mentioned those of you with sensitive skin who are sensitive to chemical filters. A new to me mineral sunscreen this year that I've just really been impressed with is the Roche Posay Mineral Anthillos Sunscreen Gentle Lotion. This is zinc titanium dioxide. It's water resistant up to 80 minutes, and it's fragrance free, so it's a really good choice for sensitive skin. Honestly, you know, another mineral sunscreen that I tried out this year was the new Elta MD UV, I can't remember the exact one, I'll list it down below, but I swear they are, to me, they are identical, and this is a much better value. I can't remember which Elta is it, I want to call it Elements, but I don't think that's right. One of the Eltas that was newer to me this year is almost exactly like this, and this is much more affordable. So I really like this. If you have really sensitive skin to chemical filters like they sting or burn, try this. It's a very good value and gives very good broad spectrum protection. But a Japanese chemical sunscreen that I really loved this past year and have since repurchased is the Skin Aqua UV Super Moisture Gel SPF 50 PA4+. This has Tinosorb in it. It has Uvinol A+, both of which are going to give you really good, reliable coverage against UVA1 and UVA2. It also has a variety of other filters that will cover UVB. It's water resistant. It's not heavy. It's not greasy. It doesn't leave a cast. Goes on like a liquidy gel, and it dries very quickly. It does have alcohol denaturant in it. If you'll recall, this year I made a video for you guys talking about alcohols and skincare products, and I'll remind you that from that video, alcohols are not the devil in skincare products. And low molecular weight alcohols, while yes, they can be drying and some people are very sensitive to them, they help to solubilize active ingredients like sunscreen filters, so they're really important. And you know, I think that this is really overall pretty moisturizing without being greasy or heavy. It's great for men in the beard area. It won't deposit on the beard hairs. And almost, you know, I recommend it as an aftershave. After you shave, to put this on the beard area or on the entire face. But so those are the sunscreens that I really love, but honestly, sun protection is so much more than just putting on sunscreen and reapplying it. You need to rely on sun protective clothing. And I've had this hat for a while, but this year I just kept wearing it and getting so much use out of it. You know, I had been ignoring it a little bit. It's this Coolie Bar hat. You guys see me wear it in my vlogs. It's just so easy to carry around. It collapses really well so that you can stuff it in your bag. You can adjust the diameter to fit the shape of your head. You can adjust the brim as far as it's got a wire inside it. So if you want to flip it up and bend it up so you have better visibility, you can do that. I really love this year. So that's been a great one. That's newer in my skincare sunscreen routine. But also I've really been enjoying the UPF 50 scarves this year. I've had a couple of them, and one that I am really loving now that it's cooler is this UPF 50 one that I got on Amazon. They're not expensive. They're just really nice because here in Houston in particular, the weather is like up and down all the time. One minute it's hot, the next minute it's cold. So sometimes you might want to be wearing a short sleeve shirt, whereas other times you then need to wrap up. And I just really like this. It protects obviously the neck. It'll protect honestly anywhere from the lower half of your face all the way down to your mid torso really well, including the front and back. So I really like it. You know, you can wrap it multiple ways. It's comfortable. It's lightweight. This particular one is a little awkward to carry around with you because it is so much fabric. But it's been great, and I've really gotten a lot of use out of it, in particular with traveling to the beach. You guys have seen me go to the beach a fair amount in the off season. The beach is still nice. It's still very sunny. You still need to protect your skin from the sun, but the ambient temperature is a lot cooler, and this has been perfect for that. So if you have any upcoming beach trips planned, I definitely recommend taking a UPF 50 protective scarf shawl. They're just really convenient for putting over your neck and shoulders, and for travel purposes. Speaking of travel, a skincare product this year that has just made a huge difference. I mean, I always have one of these, but I've gotten this mini version. Is obviously, you guys know I love having a cool mist humidifier. I have a big one in my bedroom, but this year I got this mini one, and I got it on Amazon. I'll list it down below for you guys. I love it because it's so easy to hop into your suitcase. And one of the places where my skin gets the most dry and irritated is during travel in hotel rooms. You know, that's really where I see a lot of issues with my eczema flaring. And so I've been taking this on my most recent trips this past year. It's made a huge difference. And so in my day-to-day life, I just keep it in my living room. So in the evening time when I'm working on my computer at home, I have this going if it's dry. It also has like a little nightlight type feature to it. I don't use that, but if you like having a little nightlight, it puts out a nice little multicolored glow light, which is kind of fun. Easy to recharge, and you just plug it into a USB port. So I love this. It makes a fantastic gift. Really handy if you travel a lot. Really handy for the workplace as well. Like if you work in an office setting, you have either a cubicle or an office. It's really easy to take to work. So I definitely recommend it. You know, work environments can definitely be a climate control challenge. They tend to be freezing cold or pumping out that heater. They really like extremes of temperature, I've noticed in the workplace. Speaking of dry winter air, this past year I have really come to love these Remedy Wear socks. I know it sounds odd, but I always talk about in my videos on managing dry skin conditions that it's a really good idea in order to really get the most bang for your buck in really tough dry areas like on the hands and feet, or really anywhere on the body. The way to get the most bang for your buck out of your moisturizer is to put it on actually while your skin is damp, in particular after you've just bathed, to put it on right away to that damp skin as soon as you get out of the shower, and then cover it with socks or gloves, or they make sleeves, or honestly you can just get tube socks and put them on your arms if you've got really dry patches on your arms you're trying to make better. But this brand Remedy Wear, their socks are really comfortable, these little trouser socks. I wear these during the day actually. You know, they're just really comfortable, and they breathe really easily. They don't get, they're moisture wicking, which is also important if you have really sweaty feet, not only for odor control, But if you suffer from toenail fungus or foot fungus, moisture in the socks is a huge driving factor for that. And so we always tell patients to really try and control as best they're able the amount of moisture in their shoe, sock, foot apparatus by changing their socks frequently, making sure their socks are dry and they have socks that breathe easily. These are a fantastic choice. And they don't have any dyes in them. People with eczema can be very sensitive to dyes, particularly the blue dyes, so these are a good choice. I highly recommend them. They are a little pricey, but I have really loved them. You can just use white cotton socks to do what I just explained, but I really like those. I've been enjoying them a lot. But as far as the moisturizers that I've been using this past year that are newer to me, that I really have come to enjoy. First up is this Theraplex Barrier Balm for dry, sensitive skin. Oh, this has been fantastic. This is actually, I prefer this to, for my hands, to the Neutrogena Norwegian formula. I mean, I like both of them in that, unlike many other ointments and heavy moisturizing balms, they soak into the skin very quickly and they don't leave greasy residua. So it's really nice for the hands. Makes a really nice occlusive barrier to water loss, but then again, it doesn't have that greasiness. Yeah, Theraplex Barrier Balm. It's great on your hands, underneath gloves. You can really lock in that moisture and get a really, really good seal on water loss. On the bottoms of the feet, it's also fantastic. Anywhere on the body. Another moisturizer that I've been using since this fall and really recommend you guys considering, you know I love CeraVe products. I love their moisturizing cream in the tub. I love using it on my face, body, but this year I got the Itch Relief Moisturizing Cream to try out, and I've really been enjoying that. It's great because it has pramoxine in it, which has anesthetic properties that help soothe the little nerves in the skin that cause itch. And so if you're feeling itchy, like you want to scratch, particularly in the winter when it's dry, that can really be a problem. Rather than scratch, just apply moisturizer to the skin, and applying one that has pramoxine in it can really help just put the brakes on the release of those what are called puritogens. Puritogens are little compounds that get released in the skin that contribute to itch. Itch, you guys, as a side note, think of it in the same category as pain. Somebody who is itchy is experiencing a similar level of agony to someone who is in pain. They're actually very comparable. I don't know what is worse, being in the most excruciating pain of your life or having intractable pruritus, which means itch that just will not go away. It's psychologically, it's a psychological trauma in and of itself, not to mention it disrupts your sleep in so many ways. Even if you aren't realizing that you're scratching at night, you are, and that action of going to scratch, it means that you're not fully asleep. It can really screw up your sleep, and when your sleep starts to become disrupted by itch, it can really just affect not only your mood, but your cognitive function. I'm going off on a tangent. Actually, studies on children with eczema that their sleep cycle gets so disrupted because of their itchy skin that they end up being misdiagnosed as having learning disabilities and problems learning or behavioral problems, when in fact it's just that they're sleep deprived because they're scratching in their sleep and they're not getting good sleep. And once the eczema is treated, their skin barrier is repaired, they have a handle on that itch, their life turns around. So yeah, itch is terrible. And all that being said, I really enjoyed this. The only difference between this really and the moisturizing cream is that this has pramoxine in it, so you just get a little bit of that anesthetic on those itching nerves. It's really nice. Another moisturizer though that I've loved this year for my face and is new to me, it's fantastic, is the Roche Posay Cicaplast Balm B5. This has panthenol in it, which when applied to the skin can be nourishing. It also has medecaside in it, derived from Centella asiatica. There are some small studies suggesting that's helpful for wound healing, and so maybe helpful in supporting restoration of the skin barrier. This is just a nice occlusive balm that is really great for people with acne prone skin who are looking for an occlusive moisturizer. I recommend considering this. You know, I've mentioned in several of my videos that for people with acne, really heavy occlusive moisturizers can sometimes aggravate their acne. But if you're looking to try one out, you know, that's not the case for everybody. Some people do really well with it, particularly people with acne and dry skin. You can have both, actually. You can have acne that is dry and peeling. And rather than trying to physically peel that, you know, you kind of just need a moisturizer at that point. So this is a good one to consider. It really puts a great seal on transepidermal water loss, and is very soothing. It has some antibacterial properties as well. It has a little bit of chlorhexidine in it. So I really like this, and it's newer to me this year, and I strongly recommend it. It's a great product. All right, a skincare product that is in no way, shape, or form new to me, but I've been using a lot this year in a newer way for me, even though I've recommended patients do this before, but I've actually started doing it and reaping the benefits, is to use my favorite Panoxyl acne washes. These are benzoyl peroxide washes. They make a 10%, which I recently finished up, and then they also have the 4% creamy formulation. I've loved using these as an armpit mask in the shower to reduce the burden of bacteria that are in the axilla that contribute to the breakdown of sweat and subsequent body odor. This has been fantastic. For me, this summer, it actually eliminated the need for me to wear deodorant. That being said, I don't sweat a lot. I'm not a heavy sweater. And so I actually don't wear deodorant the majority of the year. I only wear it in the summertime. So using a benzoyl peroxide wash as a mask to the armpit in the shower is great. You just lather it into your armpits in the shower and let it sit on the skin for a few minutes and then rinse it off. Works quite well. And like I said, this summer I didn't actually need to use deodorant because I mean, I don't sweat a whole lot, so just having that little bit of antibacterial action in my armpits a few nights a week really just eliminated the need for deodorant. So yeah, I really loved using that in that way this year, and so it's been great. All right, so that's skincare products. I also, you know, honestly, the stuff that you put on your face, the most important thing is that you're protecting your skin from the sun as far as products with sunscreen. But, you know, there's only really so much that products are going to do for you. Yes, moisturizers are really useful in reducing transepidermal water loss, helping keep hydration in the skin. You know, there's certain active ingredients that are useful for certain skin conditions like benzoyl peroxide, adapalene, ketoconazole. But don't underestimate your lifestyle. That's a big motivation for me actually in vlogging and sharing, you know, bits and pieces of my life with you all, is to show some of the lifestyle stuff that I think is important. And while I don't film myself sleeping, sleep, I've talked about before, is a really huge part, you guys. It's a major factor in the health of your skin, but your total body. I mean, I alluded to it earlier with the kids with eczema who get misdiagnosed as having a learning disability. You know, when you have poor sleep, you are essentially drunk. Your reaction time is significantly impaired. You know, people who are chronically sleep deprived, it is as though they are drunk, they are inebriated. It really does impact your cognitive function in ways that you may not even realize. And it ages you, you know, it puts you under significant stress. So I've always struggled to get good sleep my whole life, and you know, being in medicine doesn't help things. Anybody who works swing shifts or, you know, night shifts, different schedules, it just doesn't help. But this year, you know, over the past few years, I've really tried to dial in my sleep and get that better. I've really made that a goal, a personal goal. But this year, I got this Sleep and Glow orthopedic pillow, and it's made a huge difference in my sleep. This has been fantastic. I mean, I sleep so well. It supports my neck and shoulder girdle really well. And if I happen to turn to my side in my sleep, my face is supported. So I do that from time to time, even though I'm a back sleeper. From time to time, I'll turn my head to the side. Even though I'm still sleeping on my back, I'll like turn my head to the side. And this supports my face in such a way that that action of changing my head in my sleep doesn't bring me out of sleep as it once did. So it's really just been a huge game changer. So yeah, the Sleep and Glow pillow has really helped out the quality of my sleep this past year, and that makes a huge difference, you guys. You know, when they say how to look more well rested, get more sleep. You know, it's a lot easier than chasing down 500 different creams. Well, actually it's not that easy, but it will pay off in much bigger ways than a cream ever could. All right, so speaking of looking well rested, one little thing that I do find is helpful for dry, dark under eye circles or dry under eyes is to use a little hydrogel eye mask. And you gotta be careful. Many of them have just a ton of fragrance and irritating ingredients. But some that I've started using this year and really love are the No. 7 Laboratories Instant Results Revitalizing Hydrogel Eye Masks and the Color Science Total Eye Hydrogel Treatment Mask. I actually recently repurchased these because I love them so much. These are fantastic for under the eyes, particularly, I know I keep mentioning travel, but honestly, on the plane, pop these bad boys under your eyes. If you have an early morning flight, you have to be to a meeting somewhere at some location, you don't want to look like a train wreck when you get there. Oh, these make a huge difference just because they help keep that water level at level in your skin and from getting sucked out in the cabin. So they made it, I really have enjoyed using those this year, and I think they really have made a difference. So this past year, I've actually incorporated a lot of different products or items, so to speak, into my hair care routine as my hair has gotten longer. One thing that I think has made a huge difference for my hair, but will not make a huge difference for everyone's hair, is my low-level laser light therapy mask helmet by iRestore. This is low-level laser light therapy, which has been shown to be helpful for people who are experiencing thinning hair related to pattern hair loss, but also if you experience thinning related to just telogen effluvium, if you've undergone something stressful, this can help in just recruiting some of those dormant hair follicles to re-enter the growing cycle of the hair cycle, the growing phase. So anything that's resting, this can kind of help bring out of sleep in a sense. And it's really been a game changer. I just do it a few nights a week, and I was really skeptical of this in the beginning. One of the things that led me to get this actually was 2 years ago. I was at a meeting and I went to a hair care symposium. People who treat hair disorders, people who do all kinds of hair clinics just dedicated to hair diseases. They had a few hair transplant dermatologists who do hair transplants. It's not something I actually do. It's a very specialized niche. And, you know, a lot of them were talking about how they had their patients use these low-level laser light devices that are over the counter and that they are seeing benefits. So I wanted to try it out, and I really think that this is the best one by iRestore because it's like easiest to use. That comb thing is kind of annoying, and it gets really good comprehensive coverage. And for me, you know, I don't have to use my hands to deal with it, so I can go about working. I just use it in the evening time and a few nights a week. And like I said, I was skeptical, but my hair, I've noticed an increase in density in hair since using it. I've been using it all year, and I really started noticing an increase in density probably about 3 months in. I was really like, I'm seeing a noticeable change in my hair. So I've continued to use that, and I think it's fantastic. So that's definitely something that's newer for me this past year, and I love and have continued to use and feel I'm reaping the benefits of. Okay, speaking of my hair though, something that I've incorporated this year as my hair has gotten longer, as at nighttime I wear one of these satin sleep bonnets. These are amazing. I don't know why I never considered using one of these in the past or thought of it. I have friends who wear them, but I never, thought anything of it. They help to reduce breakage. I mean, if you lay on your hair at night, move your head, that's kind of a lot of friction on the hair shaft. I swear this has made a huge difference. So I sleep with this in my hair. And also something else that I have started using this year has been a hair pick. I don't really comb or brush my hair because I just don't like to put the added stress on my hair shafts. And my hair doesn't actually tangle that easily. But as it's longer, I do need to do some sort of hair combing, and the hair picks by Goody. I'll list them down below. I don't actually have them in here, but I've started using those this year, as you guys saw in my skin and hair care routine video, and they've really made a huge difference and really helped out as far as just not putting a lot of added stress on my hair, but being able to comb through and kind of rake out any of the dead hairs that kind of accumulate. It is normal to lose about 100 hairs a day. So those, you know, can kind of come out, and having that pick is really a nice, gentle way to remove them without putting a lot of undue stress on the hair shaft. Speaking of hair care, the last last product favorite this year for me, and I love, you guys, I've really become really happy with this company, is the Function of Beauty shampoo and conditioner. I've been using this now this year, and honestly, I don't end up having to use very much of the product itself, so it's lasting me a really long time. But what I love about this company is that it allows the individual to build a customized shampoo and conditioner for their hair type and select the option to not have added fragrance and to not have added dyes. I think this is huge. I always, you know, try and encourage you guys to go fragrance free in your shampoos and conditioners. And if you have a true fragrance allergy, you have to. It's non-negotiable. But what are you supposed to do if all that is available to you is free and clear, and you know, those few others on the market, like Whole Foods has a fragrance-free shampoo, and those particular shampoo types do not work for your hair type? You know, they're not conditioning enough, or they don't have features that address color-treated hair, etc. That's why I love this Function of Beauty company so much, is that they allow you to do that. And the shampoos are shampoo and conditioner, all their products are cruelty-free, vegan. Yeah, so I've really just been happy with that, and I just think it's a fantastic option for people that really didn't exist before. And I'm really glad that I came across this company. And yeah, I definitely recommend it. I've actually I just bought, and I just ordered their hair mask, and it's fragrance free. I mean, I've never seen a deep conditioning hair mask that is free of added fragrance. And while I don't use those myself that frequently, now that my hair is getting longer, I think it might be worth trying to reduce breakage and frizz. But for people with more textured, curly hair, using those types of products is really useful to their hair and their hair shaft integrity and it not breaking. What are you supposed to do if you have fragrance allergy? This now provides you an option. So I'm really excited to try that out, you guys. Comment below on if you would like to see a more like in-depth hair care kind of tips routine video where I share with you guys all the things that I do to keep my hair from breaking, from being frizzy. You know, I'd love to do that for you guys if you're interested. But yeah, that's everything from this year in the realm of skin and hair care products that have just really been new and amazing, and I've continued to use and have really just stood out to me as thumbs up. Comment below on what products, items have made a difference for you in your hair and skincare routine this past year. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.